Ladies and gentlemen, the Apple Vision Pro is the most un-Apple-like product ever. But I think I got off on the wrong foot yesterday because I had a fucking army of people ready to kill me for making that point. And I wanted to clear something up because I realized after watching the video back that I didn't really give it credit where it's due, and I didn't describe what I meant right. It was taken out of proportion, ladies and gentlemen. I want to talk about more of what I meant with the Apple Vision Pro being the most un-Apple-like product ever. Now, I'm going to give credit first because I feel like I didn't do that in my last video, but it's very duly noted. The Apple Vision Pro is the most technologically advanced and impressive product that I've ever seen. My video was not at all about that. It was about something else. We're going to get into it in a second, but specifically from every dimension, this product is just unbelievably impressive. The problem with it is, who is it for? And that's what is un-Apple-like about the Vision Pro. That's what I was trying to say, but maybe this video will clear it up because I still want to talk about this. I think it really matters. And guess what? YouTube is a place where you could talk about your opinion. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch the video. This is my opinion. It's definitely subject to change by the time I do a demo of Vision Pro because I've never used it. And that's the beauty of life. We all have our opinions. Things change. If you don't like this, you don't have to watch. But anyway, the Vision Pro is something truly magical like all of Apple's products. So on that level, yes, it is very much Apple-like. On all the fronts it is. The technological advancements of the product, even the price of the product, but I'll make a different argument about that in a second, but those things are Apple-like, the accessories being expensive, all of that. That's all amazing, that's all true, but that's not the thing. The thing about Apple's lineup is, yes, you could go back and look at products like the Lisa, you could look at even the Macintosh and all of that stuff. The difference with those products compared to the Vision Pro is they're all industry-breaking products. And I know you're writing in the comments right now that the AR and VR landscape is also in that sphere and something that is industry-breaking and all of that. But the difference is AR and VR headsets are not there yet, and Apple proved it with the Vision Pro. This is the first time in Apple's lineup where they released a product that genuinely just feels clunky on every front. And that's the point that I was trying to make in my video, is yes, all the technological advancements of it are amazing. Everything about it on that front is very special, and it's something just interesting. I can't wait to get my hands on it and try it. But that's not the point. The point is the market itself is just such a gray area. The entire landscape of VR is so untapped as it is. Do you know people that actually have a MetaQuest, that actually have any of those headsets? Probably maybe one or two people. I mean, I could be going out on a limb and speaking too soon or whatever, and I get it. I could also see you in the comments saying, well, that's because like no one's made it mainstream. But yeah, because it's a novelty. Like, it's not an established product. And especially when your competition and every product in that space is like $800, $1,000 or however much, all under 1,000 pretty much, even the MetaQuest Pro and things like that, they're in that ballpark. There's no competition. But the problem with the Apple Vision Pro is there's no reason for there to have competition. This isn't really groundbreaking in anything, and I think Apple has made that clear. Now, again, I am not talking about the technology, because the technology is amazing. I'm talking about the general concept of who is the user? What is the user story? Who is this person that is supposed to be buying this $3,500 headset that does not have competition? That's what I'm getting at. And like, sorry if I ruffled some feathers, but I'm not one to sit around and be quiet about it because I want to talk about an opinion. I know I'm not alone in that thought, and I don't make these videos just for views or money or whatever. I'm not even monetized. I just want to talk about how I feel about a product. And I know I'm not alone in saying that the Vision Pro is probably, at least this first generation, going to be a flop. And it's what Apple needs to excel in the AR/VR landscape. I totally get it. But it's just, where is the market? What is this product for? Who is it for? I think it makes a fantastic demo for, using your email, watching movies and all that stuff. And I probably sound like one of those people who had skepticism about the iPad and all of that. But the difference here is the price and, again, the use case. Why would you be buying a $3,500 product that only lasts 2 hours, but you have head fatigue most of the time when using it and your eyes strain most of the time when using it, so you don't even use it for more than 30 minutes. Okay, maybe sure, it's good for like the enterprise industry, for like businesses and stuff like that, but no company has really figured out that and how they're going to roll that out into things yet. I'm sure that comes with big, great leaps like this. I totally get that. But the point I'm making is the infrastructure's not there and the product is way too expensive for that. So it's definitely not for businesses yet. It's also not for the modern everyday consumer like you and I, who is going to be spending $3,500 on a product that does all of the same stuff that your iPad uses, that your phone uses, that your computer uses. And yes, this is a breakthrough in spatial computing, but you can't really use it the way you could use every other product. And it's just back to the clunky thing. It's a clunky product at that. The product is huge and it's heavy. No one is going to be wearing this in public. I guarantee you I will be wrong at some point in time. People are going to start wearing these, but just in general, it's like, to me, Apple should have made a foldable before they released an AR headset, because at least that market feels more mature than the VR and AR landscape, because that just doesn't feel mature. It doesn't feel like they've cracked the code of it yet. And Apple making the Vision Pro, unlike all their other products, whether it be the MacBook, whether it be the iPhone, whether it be AirPods, whether it be the watch, whether it be the Lisa, the Macintosh, whether it be whatever product it was, this one feels more like a Newton to me. It's just not there. It's not what this landscape should be. And technically, yes, you have to start somewhere. So someone has to take that giant leap. And we know Apple, who is over a $3 trillion valued company, has the ability to do that. We know that good and well. So they could take the leap. The only point I'm trying to make is, I don't know who's buying this thing. Not that I have a problem with it, because again, on paper, the product is awesome. I can't wait to get my hands on it and do a demo. I would love to get my hands on it, do a demo, and see how my opinion changes from this video to other videos. But right now, looking at it for what it is and knowing that the Vision Pro comes out tomorrow to the public for early people who get it, the embargo lifts, I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see the point of this product. It's cool as hell, but who's it for? And that's my biggest problem with the Apple Vision Pro. There's no customer story. There's no one person Apple in any advertising has been like, this is for that person. Unlike all their other products where there is at least like a tailored definition for what this product does and who it's for, the Vision Pro doesn't do that. And the only thing it feels like they're pushing on is people in their living room watching a movie, people on planes watching a movie, or people just reading email in their kitchen, which that's cool and all, but realistically, no one who is just watching movies is going to be buying this thing. No one doing daily browsing activities is not going to be buying a Gen 1 product. And I'm sure to some extent Apple knows that. I'm positive that they know that. It's just, it doesn't seem nearly as defined as any of the other products. And I think that's just as true in the advertising they've done leading up to the launch of this product. They've been more secretive and more quiet than ever than any other product with this one. I'm just like, I'm not saying it's a bad product. I'm just saying it doesn't feel Apple. This doesn't feel like something Apple would do. And yes, again, I sound like a broken record. It does feel like something Apple would do on certain fronts, like the technology. Again, it blows the competition out of the water, but it blows the competition out of the water in a market that I feel like just isn't tapped into yet, and there's no defined benefit. You could probably have argued that with the iPad. You could probably have even argued that with the iPhone. Or, other products in their lineup like the Lisa, like the Macintosh at the time. But the difference is, with the Macintosh, with the Lisa, those were steps in personal computing. That was driving that leap forward. And I'm sure it did seem crazy at the time, but those products fit. They made sense. The Vision Pro, in its form factor, in its capacity, like its battery, the accessories, blah, 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 all that, it just doesn't make sense. Again, the best example I could say is Apple. It would have made more sense, in my opinion, for Apple to release something like a foldable, because that is a market that's still fairly new that Apple could have just excelled in exponentially. But this, with the Vision Pro, yes, they did on paper, like the specs are phenomenal, the cameras on it that really make it seem like you're in real life, that's all amazing. It just doesn't seem right. It doesn't have that user experience that's like, oh, this makes sense. I don't know how else to describe that. It's just a feeling I get. You don't have to agree with me. Clearly, you guys didn't. My last video yesterday was my most disliked video ever. And for good reason. To be fair, I think I probably could have came at this topic with a little bit more planning and all of that. And that's the beauty of making videos. It's your opinion. You can talk about whatever you want, and it's out in the public for people to have discussions about. Hey, it's my opinion. I'm not going to change my opinion. I still feel like it is the most un-Apple product that has ever been made by the company. But with that being said, let's leave this one for the comments. See if this one clears things up or whatever. I don't know. It's not really a big deal. But with all that out of the way, thank you again so much for watching this video. And until the next one, I'll talk to you later. Peace out.